Hi, my name is Sherry Laney, and this video is about a few things I think students need to know about being college ready. I'd like to share 3 important questions with you that you might be struggling with in your search for information. Number 1, what will your professors expect of you? Number 2, how will you manage your time? Whether you have a part-time job or are taking more credit hours than full-time? And number 3, you know that the library has lots of resources, but what's there and how can it help you? Let's tackle what your professors will expect of you. First and foremost, read the syllabus, the whole thing, and refer to it often. It contains the vital information that ultimately affects your GPA. Every syllabus has classroom procedures such as how the professor will handle late work and makeup work, or how the professor will expect you to act in classroom discussions. The syllabus has details about critical assignments such as major presentations or research projects. It also has a notice about plagiarism and academic integrity, which you should memorize. It contains info about the Writing Center and other things like disability accommodations, student support services, and final review week. I feel, though, that the most important thing is the assignment schedule. Following it, completing assignments and readings on time, studying for upcoming quizzes and tests, and keeping track of online duties. Those are responsibilities that rest solely on you. It takes a proactive attitude to balance and maintain each of your assignment schedules and how they coincide with each other. Professors will also expect you to keep in contact with them. Believe it or not, most professors will gladly welcome any questions you may have for them. I have had several go out of their way to answer in depth many of my questions. There is no such thing as a dumb question. Professors will also expect you to make a friend in your class. So crack out of your shell and get at least one person's email address. You will also be expected to arrive to class on time. This is a no-brainer. I have had a class where it states in the syllabus that if we were late to class more than 4 times, it would impact our grade. So how hard do you think I tried to get to class early? Tardiness could affect your grade. My next question is, how can you manage your time, whether you have a part-time job or are taking more credit hours than full-time? For my very first semester, I created a schedule that had my work availability and class times, but I inserted specific study times and time to eat, sleep, or do other activities. Let me tell you that keeping that schedule took major discipline, but once I got the hang of it, I no longer needed to strictly keep it, because it wasn't long before I became able to stay disciplined since I had the drive and the mindset to get good grades. Something that I realized, though, was that I needed a lot more time than I initially thought to do the assigned readings and to write essays. If you can plan for extra time that you think you might need for something, then do it. With online classes, it's a little easier to manage your time since you can access that information from anywhere and at any time. For example, I have done online readings while I've been waiting for prescriptions to get filled, while waiting for the stoplight to cross the street, and even while walking to class. And if you arrive early to class, use that time too. 2 things that helped me get things done in a timely manner are setting an alarm for times that I need to start a certain assignment, and using a countdown timer to help me keep aware that time is of the essence so that I can move on to the next thing. As for students who take more than full-time credit hours, the same discipline and adherence to your schedule is a must. And don't forget the coffee. Don't worry, you'll figure it out. Finally, let's talk about the library. What's there and how can it help you? There's a lot at the university library that could have helped me had I learned about it sooner. So let it be one of the first resources you seek out when you start college. When you need a book, don't look for it yourself. Ask the library staff to help you. It's much easier this way, trust me. There's also audio and video recording equipment that can be borrowed, scanners to email yourselves the images you take of those dusty old books, and study rooms that you can use for group activities. Or you can get a room for yourself for your own purposes, like for you math students who would love to have a giant whiteboard all to yourselves. And if you've never been to the library's website, you need to check it out. It has a section for electronic reserves, which your professors can use to provide you with extra course materials. It also gives you access to like 100 different databases that you will need when writing research papers. In addition, it gives you information that you need to conduct advanced research, and it has online storage for student publications. One last thing about the library that I found helpful was that it offers tutors for students who need help with general education classes. Well, I hope this video will be a major resource in preparing you for your college experience. One thing that I like to touch on though is self-motivation. Whenever you are working hard toward a deadline, try hard to stay on task. Remind yourself to stay focused. Get that next section done. Write that conclusion. Summarize that part of the chapter, or post that response in the discussion board. Also try hard to keep a positive attitude. Whenever you find yourself thinking, I can't do this, or this is too hard, or I don't have enough time, immediately replace those thoughts with, I can do this, I can try, or I can ask someone for help, or I can at least get some part of this assignment done. And finally, remember that your drive to succeed makes all the difference in the world until you finally graduate and step into that career that you've always wanted. Thanks for watching, and good luck.